Microphone. Hello. Okay. Oh, look at that. We're in business. We are. Oh, okay. How about that? We are in business. In business. I think. Do we have sound? Do we have sound? Yes, we do. Okay. Well, as you can see, I'm very prepared for today. What is the news for today? The news is that I don't have the lights on. There's some lights. Here's some lights. Now it says the audio stream's current bit rate is lower than recommended. That's because my microphone wasn't working, and I hope it is now. The most unprepared streamer, which is why, folks, that we have zero views, not 2 views. If there were 2 viewers, I wouldn't be dissing anybody. So we're going to clean off these glasses because I'm not prepared for that. I can't see. Now that the lights are on, I can see that my glasses are dirty. We are going to try to work on this FPV combat system. The last time we worked on it, it was basically time to bind the receiver. The R9 receiver, the FR Sky R9 receiver. Yes, that's what I'm flying. We are building 3 identical combat wings, FPV combat wings. Go to fpvcombat.com, I believe. I hope I have the links down below. They are FT Arrow wings with a 3D printed wider pod, and we've gone over all this before in many lengthy, long streams that probably bore the crap out of anybody. So, doesn't matter. Here we are. It's Wednesday, November 16th, 2022, and we're still building the FPV combat wings, but I can't bind my damn thing to the transmitter, because my receiver to the transmitter, because the rudder trim switch on my Taranis is dead. I have ordered new trim switches. I go through those trim switches like crazy, and somehow I've run out completely. So in my drawer of spare trim switches, there are none. And I've ordered some from Aloft Hobbies, I believe. Oh, they're not on the screen anymore. And they were like $4 a piece, and I ordered 4 of them, and I think it's shipped, but has not arrived. It shipped like 4 days ago. So, what's in the news? Well, not much. There's all the news that you want to watch is like on Joshua Bardwell and FP and It's Blunty's news show, and everybody I'm sure watches that. Even if you're into airplanes, you probably watch that if you're not into quads, even though they're very quad focused, because they also have news about receivers and transmitter systems and goggle systems and all the latest in digital goodies and all that everybody loves to watch, including me. So I don't have any news. I haven't bought any airplanes. There won't be any new airplanes. I have shelves full of airplanes to build, so I can't buy any more. I also have to say that I've been cheating on this hobby with another hobby called flights, very related. I'm an aviation geek, so anything almost aviation I'm into. And so I have been reigniting my love for flight simulation, and we're also going to do something about this light here. Hold on. Change of lighting. You can tell it's been a while since we've done this, because the lighting is all wrong. Things have been moved around. So does that mean I'm not into RC planes anymore? Hell no, I love this stuff. I dream about flying FPV. And really, when you think about it, flight simulation, playing with flight simulation games, and they are games for your computer, is very similar to FPV in some ways, in that you're flying something that you're not really sitting in. You don't actually feel the aerodynamic forces when you're flying FPV, and you don't feel the aerodynamic forces when you're flying a flight simulator. When you're flying FPV, you're not flying a real plane, for example. You don't have trim, you don't have avionics, you don't have, I mean, you have some fancy stuff with iNav, I realize, on our little control boards. But, you know what I'm saying. And same with flight simulation. You're not flying a real plane. You're flying a model that somebody decided every little bit about that model, not the actual reality of physics and airflow and the condition of the plane and the condition of the weather and all those kinds of things. In a flight simulator, although you can affect all those things to a certain degree, it's still not real, and we all know that. So, let me get my Taranis, because I'm blabbing, starting to blab. And since I think Robert's not even on Discord tonight, so he's got much better things to do nowadays, which is good. Happy for that. But I hope he's doing well. I haven't been on, I think it's John's RC video reviews streams. I usually don't comment when I watch the streams. I'm like a silent watcher. But just like I haven't done this stream in 3 weeks, I haven't flown any RC planes in 3 weeks. I haven't watched any of RC video reviews streams in 3 weeks. I have watched Joshua Bardwell and It's Blunty. I've watched Andrew Newton, so I'm not completely ignoring everything, but I just been working and I've been sick. I was sick, not with the human virus, but I had a booster shot actually, and that kind of made me sick so I had a booster shot 3 weeks ago Tuesday. So 3 weeks ago Wednesday, which was the workshop Wednesday, the first one that I missed. God, I can't get this out. I was definitely under the weather. Not like sick, but I just didn't feel that great. This is the R9 module. We're taking it out. So what we'll do today is we'll start off by just getting the trim switch replaced with a trim switch from another Taranis that I have. This Taranis is my original Taranis. Maybe I should cover up my little address name here. Hold on. We're going to make another adjustment. Not that the vast hordes out there are going to do anything. Everybody who knows me knows I live in Manhattan, Kansas. It's not. I'm not worried about somebody trying to come here and stalk me, because why would anybody want to come to this town anyway if you didn't live here already and you weren't going to go to school here or whatever? You wouldn't be coming to Manhattan, Kansas for the fun of it. No, you wouldn't. Oh, I'm putting this in a stupid spot. Let me do this a little bit better. But I still don't think I should just put my address right on the screen, even for a live stream that's got 0 concurrent viewers. I mean, I don't advertise this anywhere, so of course it's not going to have any viewers. But plus, I haven't done it in 3 weeks. Plus, I didn't schedule it till yesterday. Plus, it's boring as hell. Plus, I need a screwdriver. Let's see what we got here. This is not going to work. Hold on, now I got to go to the toolbox. Oh, and I should have turned on the other camera. But once again, I have not. So here we go. Screwdrivers. This is the one I think I want. That one's the same. There's a long Phillips head here, but I can't find it. Of course I can't find it. They're all straight bladed. That's so weird. So weird. That perfect screwdriver that I have, I've lost because I took it out. Alright, let's hope this one works. Yep, it's a Klein too. It's really nice. I wonder where it is. It's here somewhere, but we're not going to find it right now. That's sad times. Okay, we're back. Ridiculous. I hope this works. Oh my gosh, it's not going to work. Yes, it is. Okay, one screw out. So we're going to take all these screws out, and we're just going to take this trim switch out, and we're going to put, and then I'm going to grab another Taranis from over there, and we're going to put the trim switch in and make sure it works. I think we're only going to stream for an hour tonight because unless people are here. What was I going to say? I did make an RC purchase, even though I said I wasn't going to do any purchases. What was that purchase? Oh dear. I'll remember it. Oh my God, Robert is here. I was just talking about you, Robert. I said you weren't on Discord. I didn't watch the last couple, 3 or 4 of John's streams, so I didn't see you there because I wasn't there. Not because you weren't there, because I wasn't there. So, hello, greetings. How are you? You're the only one here. Welcome. Of course, I'm glad you're here. Do I even have a screw in there? What we're doing today, Robert, is we're going to get the trim switch out of here and take one out of another Taranis because all the trim switches I have are broken, except the ones that are already in radios. This is the worst screwdriver for this job. Uh-oh. And I'm hoping that I have to go probably find another one because that one is not getting down to... Oh, these will work. The Weiras. The Weiras. Yeah, you've been a working fool, busy? I bet. How are things up there? Are they getting darker and colder? They're getting darker and colder here. It's pretty much dark when I go to work and dark when I come home from work. It's kind of a bummer, but that's this time of year. And you being up there. Okay, let's see. What do we got to do? We got to loosen these up, the shoulder things. And I have a special tool for that if I can't get it off. Yeah, we're on at the same time. And I was just, like I said, I was just thinking about you saying, yes, I haven't seen you in forever. In forever. So I hope you've been able to fly. And, okay, there's the cap for this razor blade. Very important. Okay, that tool is not here. Of course. Okay, so we're just going to take a pair of pliers then and gently gently loosen the shoulder bolts on these. There we go. On these switches. Got one. So, basically what I was saying in my, not that shoulder bolt, this shoulder bolt. I'm going to change my glasses to do this one because I can't see. Then I'm going to steal the trim switch out of another Taranis because I have ordered new trim switches in preparation for today. So, oh, there goes one of my screws. Good. Oh, they're both out. Good. But they didn't arrive. I think I shouldn't have expected them to arrive. I didn't order them in time. It was like 4 days ago. Oh, I can't get this one. All right, let's see. Where are these other pliers? Where are the other pliers? Not here. Very unorganized today. So we'll take that so that we can continue. If I get this trim switch in, we can continue. Oh, do I have it? I got it. We can continue. Yeah, that's all we need. To finish the FPV, try to or at least work on the FPV combat system by binding the receiver, which is where we got stuck. Oh, I see why it's not coming off. I have put a piece of tape over the charging hole because I have a LiPo battery in here, and I didn't want to forget because I always used to charge this thing with the standard battery that comes with the FR Sky. So yes. And then this one has, oh, look at this. Here, I'm going to open up this. Oh my gosh, I forgot this. Here, number 11. Number 11. Oh no, this isn't working. Of course. 1 second. My switcheroo isn't switching-a-rooing. We'll go to the desktop center with webcam. Oh, not desktop center without webcam. Oh, great. I'm showing my email. I'm showing everything. Lovely. Yeah. Desktop center only? No. Oh, I never switched it. It's okay. I didn't show any email. Not that you would have seen anything. I can't get this together. Okay, desktop center with webcam. Ah, there it is. There's a little webcam. Hi. Okay, now I'm going to turn on the microphone, or turn on the switcher. Oh, the Razer Synapse is not running. It's running. Okay, let's try something here. Ah, it's working now. Okay, we're going to go back to this scene here. Okay, here we go. We got things going. This is what I've done to the inside of my Taranis to stop the R9 buzzing. As you can see, I've placed many of these ferrite magnets on here. And they half worked. They half worked. Okay, I gotta blow my nose. I have a mute button, so I turned my microphone off. I spared you from the sneeze. Oh crap. Oh, I was smart enough to mark the switches, so I know which way they go in, because the switches will fall out. These switches here will fall out of your Taranis. So the trick is to put a little dot on them so you know which way they go back in. Okay, I need to do the throttle trim switch, which is this guy right over here. This guy right here. So we're going to take this out. And, oh, what do we have here? Is that a bug? No, it's just glue. A superfluous blob of glue is on this screw. Oh, we're going to have to grab that sucker. Oh dear, okay. And this one. Let's hope I don't drop this one. This one will be harder to find. Okay, I'm going to just grab it with these tweezers here, this screw. Okay. So here is the trim switch. Oh my gosh, was the button just off? The trim switch comes in two parts. It comes with the little board, and this board is the culprit. This board, oh my gosh. This board has these two switches on here. And my allergies are terrible. I can barely breathe. So if it seems like I'm talking weird, it's a mess. I'm a mess. Look at what happens here. It comes off of this thing, but it has its own connector. It has these two switches on here, and these switches fail. That's the same with these switches here. These are also switches on my board that have failed down along this board. These are the button switches. Many of those have failed, and in my past, and I have one failed on this board here too, the down button. So you really do not need to replace the trim switch part, which is the part on the outside here. There's a part down here that is the outside part of the trim switch. That part is fine. It's the inside part. But since it didn't seem like it was even connected, I'm going to put this back in. And I forgot to mark this. I could have twisted this around, but I think these arrows go to the outside. So I'm going to just put this back in and squeeze it back together temporarily and see if the trim switch works before I go taking one out of the other one, because that plug just fell out of this trim switch. So I'm thinking that maybe, just maybe, the trim switch failed. Looked like it to you too. Good. So I'm going to just see here. We're just going to squeeze this back together. Oh my gosh, this camera's terrible. One of these days, we're going to get a functioning camera here. I say that every time. Okay, so this part, I guess the best way to put this back together is this way. And you have to be careful with all this mess here, because I've added a lot of volume inside of here with all these magnets. So I'm going to just put two screws in. I'm going to put one in here. I imagine that the plastic inside these screw holes is just about gone. I have taken these screws in and out so many times. And I'm just going to hold it tightly now. Yeah, I never shifted this upside down either. So you're going to look at it the opposite way of me. And what I'm going to try to do is hold it, the trim switches in, and turn it on. Oh, there's no battery in it, you dingbat. Yes, okay, so let's put another screw in. And we'll put a battery in it because it'll work a lot better with a battery. The things always, electric things that run on batteries or remote DC power run better with remote DC power. Okay, where's the battery? Here's the battery that I use for this. I got it many, many moons ago, like in 2014, still going strong. It's Luminaire. It's got enough adapters to fit any possible thing that you could possibly want. Oh, this way. There you go. It's designed to fit inside of a transmitter, although it barely fits inside of this one, as you can see. And we're not going to worry about it fitting in because we're just going to try to boot this up. And excuse me one more second. I'm having a terrible time breathing, I tell you. Yes, I know, exactly. Thank you. It's the allergies. It's my allergies. And they're bad. I said I missed some, well, you missed that part, but I missed some streams, partly because I wasn't feeling well. But I wasn't really ever sick. It was because I had a booster shot. But my girlfriend did get sick, not from COVID, not from that human virus that's going around the world for the last 3 years, but from, oh, wrong. There's the right button. But from, I don't know, what was I saying? Anyway, she got like a flu or something, and somehow I've avoided the flu, believe it or not. Even though we didn't really take any precautions or anything. But I have these allergies, and it's like this whole year, it's just been terrible. The whole stinking year. I keep thinking, well, it's because it's spring. No, it's because it's summer. No, it's because it's fall. Now it's the cedar trees. Now it's this. Now it's that. It's something. And today has just been one of the worst days ever. I can't breathe. I've got a headache. Lovely, lovely times. Okay, let's turn the trim switch. Let's see if the trim switch is going to. We're going to hold these in and power this on. Let's see if it goes into that mode. Nope.
Welcome to OpenTX.
Nope.
Throttle warning.
So we do have to, because if we exit out of here.
Macro mode. Situation normal. All fucked up.
Yeah.
Lights
Right.
on.
Even my radio swears, Robert.
Trim center.
Oh.
Trim center.
Which one is it?
Trim center.
Hey.
Trim center. Trim center.
All right. They're both working. Hold on. Let's turn it off. Both towards the center, right? Why isn't it doing it?
Throttle warning. Switch warning.
Why isn't it going into the bootloader? It's both towards the center, right?
Loiter.
Oh dear. Is the trim switch in backwards? Let's try that. Oh, bootloader. Look at that. We've got a bootloader, which means, why did I want to get to this menu? Now I can't even remember why I wanted to get to this menu. It doesn't make any sense. I'm not updating the firmware. Oh, Robert, I'm a mess.
Welcome to OpenTX. Throttle warning.
Why did I want to get to this? Yeah, I don't have any reason to get to this menu.
Acro mode. Situation normal. All fucked up. Lights on.
I don't need this to bind. Oh my gosh. I feel like like I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. Was it because of the, wait a minute. No, I want to get to the radio menu. How do I, oh, wait a minute. Radio setup. Page. Oh no, here's the firmware page. Okay, we're gonna update the firmware on my receiver. I don't know what I was thinking. the last two streams. I put it in backwards, Robert. I put it in backwards. I had to have. We're gonna check that out right now. Yep. It's in backwards. So let's fix that, shall we? Let's put it back the right way. We need the trim switch in the right way. Yes, that's exactly what I did. That's why it went the other way. But why didn't it work the other day? I don't know. The other stream, I don't know. Why did I think it needed to work? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. You know, like I said, I was saying that on every one of these, I am not the person you come to for answers. I'm the guy with the questions. Yes, indeed. I did see, oh, there is news. I didn't really, not news to you, Robert, but iNav 6 is going to come out. Just seems like we got iNav 5. By the time I get these planes done, it's going to be like iNav 12. Okay, back to this. Let's fix this trim switch, shall we? Let's carefully open this up. And which one was it? The throttle one. We got to switch the throttle one around. Maybe it was actually broken. Not broken, but the wires had come out. We saw that. We both saw that. Oh shit, I just dropped it. I just dropped the screw in there. Here it is. We both saw it go in there. Or fall out. The wire fell right off, so there probably wasn't connected. And then I put it in backwards, which is very easy to do because it's symmetrical. So let's switch it around and put it back together like Humpty Dumpty. So both the little arrows point to the right side of the radio when you have it face up, and to the left side of the radio when you're inside of it, looking at the inside. Arrow goes in. Arrow goes in. Yeah, well, I must have this trim switch backwards too then. Look at this one. Arrow's out. We better check, but that one is correct. That one was working correctly, I'm pretty darn sure. Because I did push that one in towards the center just now to get into this. This throttle trim switch is the only one I haven't replaced, so I could have put the other one in backwards. Oh, and look at what I did. I'd never unplugged the battery. Oh, yes, I did. I was like, gosh, are you that stupid? Nope, not that stupid. I didn't leave the battery on. This Taranis is old and almost dead, but it's not dead yet, so I don't really want to kill it today. Okay, we're going to carefully put this back together again. And you see, you really do have to squeeze it. Now that I have all those magnets in there. Okay, let's just hold it together like this. Oh, no battery, Dodo. No battery. We need a battery. We always need a battery. We cannot harvest electrons from the air. And I don't think we ever will be able to. Okay, here we go. We're going to turn it on. Upside down. Sorry, everybody, it's upside down.
Welcome to OpenTX.
Thank you.
Switch warning.
I know, I need to
Loiter
fix
mode.
that. Okay, let's...
Situation normal.
That is
All
correct.
locked up.
That is
Lights
correct.
on. Trim
That is
center.
correct.
Trim center.
That
Trim
is
center.
correct. Double check.
Trim center.
Okay, we're turning it off. We will update the firmware on my receiver. We will bind it. We will move on. We might even... I'm going to plug in the glue gun because I think we're going to get to the point where I can actually glue something. Glue the other wing. I'm going to just have wishful thinking. We're going to stuff all this back in here. It's very difficult to get in if you try to put it in flat. In fact, that's the only way it goes in. So you have to kind of twist these up. And you have to squeeze this past. Oh dear, this is the part I have the hardest time. There we go, I got it. I got it. And you got to just shove all this stuff right in there like that. And then get your vintage 2014 radio buttoned up. Let's put the screws back on it. This was all for naught. Live and learn. I don't even need the, well, we fixed the trim switch. We did do that. I just smelled something burning. I hope it's not this radio, and then I realized it's my glue gun. It's not burning, it's just heating up. I did have my glue gun on just to make the little breadboard thingy. So I have been doing stuff in the workshop despite the fact that I haven't been in here. Some of it's been related to, like I said, I was cheating on this hobby with another hobby. The hobby of building a flight simulator. It's a love that I've had for a long time. It predates my RC hobby. When I had a Commodore 64, I had Microsoft. There was a Microsoft Flight Simulator for Commodore 64, and I had that sucker. I had oh man, this isn't together enough. Yes, it is. Then I had Flight Simulator on my PC, like EGA graphics. It was, and I thought it was great. And then I had Flight Simulator, you know, FSX. I've had that. I've had Prepared. I've had X-Plane. I had X-Plane 9. I had a bunch of Flight Simulator software. And now I have X-Plane 12. And so I have been, and that community is alive and well these days. Let me tell you, talk about a flourishing community. That one is going. Oh, it was for the combat module. What did I have to do with the combat module? What did I have to do? I don't know. I just don't remember why I thought I had to update, why I had to get into the trim switches. I mean, I'm glad we fixed it. I'm glad we fixed it. Here, let me switch cameras. I'm glad we fixed it. I don't like not having working trim switches because I am going to fly some line of sight with the real normal plane. Real plane. No. Okay, screwdrivers are out of the way. We are going to get the tool for the cable for programming the receiver. I believe it's in this drawer. I hope so. That's not it. This is it. This contraption gives me stuff to program. Let's make sure we've got everything we need. That part goes into the battery. Something is missing here. Okay, we'll get the receiver out of my other drawer, out of the box. Oh my gosh, we'll get it together. We'll get it together. Here's all the FPV combat stuff. Okay, we're going to do the OTA receiver. That's what we were going to test. Where are you? OTA receiver. It's not, is it in the wing? Oh dear. No, it's not in the wing. Here's the wing. Okay, we'll find it. It's got to be in here. It's got to be in here. Oh no. Okay. Oh, I am laughing at myself so hard. This is ridiculous. I am so embarrassed. We're going to dump this whole freaking thing out here. And put the papers in the bottom. We've got to do this radio too. Okay, so let's get this out. That was going to the FPV combat board. But where in the hell is the receiver? Shit. It's not here. It is not here. Everything is here, left over from everything I've put in there. There's that board. Here is the bag for the receiver. Here is the bag for the flight controller. Nope. No, this is the bag. Oh, crap. What the heck have I done? Oh, my gosh. Okay. Double check. It's not in here. Okay. Not in there. I made a bunch of FPV combat logos to stick on the winglets. This is for the receiver to bind it. Oh my goodness. What the hell have I done with my receiver? I am so embarrassed. Okay, we're going to move these giant Cessna panels that I've cut out. We're moving them to this other room. Put them over this box here. Here is my whole project. It's all right here. It's all right here. These are all the pieces. These are all the other pieces for the other two planes. They're all right here. Here's all the electronics. It's all right here. There's no other place. Oh no. I've lost it. I have completely lost it. Oh my God. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Well, those are things for that other thing. Other project. It's not in here. This is the... Oh, it's in here. Are you kidding me? No. This is the 433 megahertz radio. Wait a minute. Oh. So I don't need to put this in. Boink. I have an extra one. This is the 433 megahertz radio in this wing. That's what I thought. Oh, shit. Okay. The part I thought I was going to have trouble with is the radio. The radio's fine. The part I'm having trouble with is the brain. The brain in my head is not fine. I have no idea where it could be. It's not here. It's not here. Shit, it's not here. It's not here. It's not here. This is my box. So I have 3 separate boxes for this project because I have my friend's planes. We're building 3 planes. Oh, shit. I'm an idiot. There's the HC-12 for that. There's his receiver. No, he's got a receiver here. I don't have a receiver for this one. That's a Team Black Sheep. These are both Crossfire. There's the Crossfire antenna. There's the HC-433 for that one. There's the HC-433 for that one. Oh my goodness gracious. I have just screwed up this project in so many ways, so many times. What are you talking about? You're going to hate me. I bought the H-12 SkyDroid transmitter and it's so freaking nice. What is an H-12 SkyDroid transmitter? I need something to break up my pissed offness at myself. So I want to know what the there, we're going to go to this. I'm going to go to a web page and look up that because I want to know what it is. Oh crap. I'm not going to do it well. Oh crap. Hold on a second. Just hold on a second. Oh, and these buttons don't work. The side buttons don't work on this thing. See this thing? I can't program it, even though it's got all this fancy programming stuff. No, not this one. The other mouse. This one works fine. The other programmable mouse doesn't work. Okay, crap. 1 second here. 1 second. We're switching. Oh, Jesus. RC shopping. Where's that window? Oh, my God. Here's my RC shopping. Here's a Banggood window. What was that called? Oh, SkyDroid transmitter. I've never heard of that, Robert. SkyDroid FPV. Is this it? 5.8 gig? H-12? Let's write that in. What did you write? H-12. I have no idea what this is. .1080p digital video data transmission. Oh, what are you gonna, how? Oh my God, that receiver is huge. So this is like you're gonna make an iNav quad? What do you, is this it? Fox Tech. I've never heard of this before. Interesting. What are these? Are they just lights? They look like, oh, they're infrared, I bet you. Wow. Model H-12, there it is. Oh, I don't have the right screen on. What an idiot. There we go. There we go. Is that it? Yeah. Okay, so this has got an HD screen. It's got some sliders. So you're going to use this on a quad, on a, yeah, on a drone. Okay. So you're going to have iNav on the drone. I want to build an iNav drone to quadcopter to, and see if I can make it behave like more or less like a Mavic or something. To just stay in the air and film me doing something else with another thing. That would be kind of cool. We've got here USB-C. So it has its own digital system. Is it higher latency, better for, like, is it like for agricultural use? Oh, ArduPilot, of course, ArduPilot. What was I thinking? Excellent. Excellent. Is this the only camera available for it? Fire protection, electric. You could, oh yeah, you could go check out your power lines and everything with this sucker if it's all HD. So it's like the, that's the protocol. FHSS. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. Well, that was a good temporary respite from my crisis. My crisis of stupidity. Because I have completely lost my receiver. And I think it's the last one that I have. That's why I was using the OTA one. Where's even the one? Okay. The other one is gone too. Hold on, I'm going to look in the drawer. God darn it. Even the bench one is gone. Even the bench one is gone. Okay, what do we got here? That's an R9, full R9. I don't have one. Even the bench one is gone. So I have definitely misplaced my receivers. Shit. Yep, this drawer has no more R9s in it. It's all just R9 antennas and other crap. All the old DX. All the old DX stuff. This just has a bunch of modules in it. This just has old gimbals in it. Now I gotta punt and see what I'm gonna do. Because I can't just sit here looking for these stupid receivers for an hour on a live stream. Oh my God, I can't believe. Hi, Sean. That was just the 433 megahertz. That was the 433 megahertz one. That's this one you're referring to, Sean. Yeah, I did. You saw me do that one. And then I was going to bind, and I am so freaking embarrassed. It is just gone. There's a fan. There's not anything over here. These are my pan and tilt projects to put pan and tilt on two planes. Here's the stupid thing for field filming. These are my bench batteries. Oh my God. Yeah. Well, what we might do is move on to the next thing for today that I was going to do. Not today, but in the future. And that is, well, just let me think for one more second. Let me just double check that I'm not going blind. I dumped this whole thing out, though. I dumped it out, and I'm missing two receivers now, not just one. Oh, there they are. I found them. I am a moron. I found it. I see it. I see it. I see them. Let's get it together here. Let's get it together. Here we go. Ha 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 ha. So welcome, Sean. Glad to see you. We got them here. They're here. Let's do this. Well, one of them's here. Oh, just one of them's here, right? Not. Oh no. Here's the other one. Here's the other one. Woohoo! Oh my God, my brain was being fried. That's why both receivers were missing. And I just dropped something on the floor. Don't know what it is. I'm sure I'll find out what it is later when I'm missing something. Okay, so what we're going to do is update the firmware on this so that it matches, because R9 is very, very particular. Don't let me forget that I put this stuff over there on that shelf. Here are the ends of the antennas. I knew they were around. When I was looking at these, I was like, I know the receiver's here somewhere. Holy smokes. Okay, so what we're going to do is we'll need this later for binding. It's my little power switch, so I don't have to try to hold everything together all at the same time. But the first thing we have to do is get the radio back. Get the radio back. And we're going to plug this in a certain way. And that certain way is, let me make sure, I might have to move, I might have to take, oh yes, this is what I have to do. I have these other ones here. Where are they? Here. I think it's in this drawer. Hold on. I'm such a space cadet. There's another thing in here. It's the RX binding programming. This one. Nope, not that one. This one. Nope, not that one. Okay, we'll just make up another one. I'm sorry for wasting everybody's time. Oh, here's another switch that I have. Yeah, there's another cable that I usually have for programming. But we'll just make one up real quick. We won't have to solder or anything. All we need is things from my jumper wire kit, I think. So we need ones with pins on one side and sockets on the other. Or something like that, if I have anything like that. Usually I don't. Here we go. Okay, if you're wondering what these are, if you're into prototyping stuff, that's what this stuff is for. Prototyping, electronics, and with breadboards and stuff. And to give you an example, I have a quick example. Side tangent number 5 of this live stream is a thing I've been cheating on this hobby with. I am making this little control panel here with an Arduino Mega, and there's a breadboard and jumper wires and things and 3D printed dual encoder knobs, and that's why I have all this stuff handy, because I work on stuff like that. Anyway, okay, so what we're going to do with this receiver is we need the smart port. We need the smart port, not the smart bus or the S bus. We need the smart port to go to the signal. So what we'll do is we'll look at the handy dandy instructions here so I can remember which one is the smart port. The smart port is the smart port is the, let's look at this. You can see this too. I'm just going to match this up. The smart port is the white wire. Okay. So, oh, let's keep this here. Oh, I didn't even switch it. I am such a ding. Okay. It's one of those days. So the white wire definitely needs to be brought out. So what we're going to do is we'll take one of these guys. We'll take a white one. Break this up. And we'll take a black one and we'll stick it in there. And we'll take a white one and we'll stick it where the white wire goes. And we'll take a red one, and I'm going to read the chat in a second here, you guys. Sorry, I'm not ignoring you. I'm just trying to actually get something done on this workshop Wednesday. So we need to have these 3 wires: power, ground, and smart port. And we need to plug them into the back of the radio where I have them labeled here, which is S for smart port or signal. Then negative is the black wire. And it won't go on the pin. There we go. And red for positive. So we're using the 3, and this one won't go on either. Oh my gosh, okay, there we go. We're using the 3 bottom pins of the module connector. Signal, negative, ground, and power, 5 volts. We will then turn on the radio. And you're going to have to listen to it swear again.
Switch warning.
Okay, and then we're going to go to the exit. We're going to the radio menu, which means we long press the menu button. Sorry, it's upside down. Then we're going to page to the SD card. Then we're going to go down to firmware, except my down button doesn't work. So we have to go up. Up to firmware. Enter. Now, oh my God, do I not have the right firmware on here? See, there's the listing of all the firmwares I put on the SD card. I basically put one for the module, I put one for the mini, and this one is the mini OTA. I think we're just going to try the mini. I might brick it. Let's look at the website. Let's go back to the desktop for a second and check the FR Sky website, and also look at the chats, because you guys are here, Sean and Robert. Let's see what we got here. What are you guys talking about? Test FPV flight test Goblin flying. Oh, excellent. That's a screamer, right? Is it going fast? Flies amazing. Came home at lunch today. Had a fun 15-minute flight. Averages 60 kilometers an hour, 40% throttle. Yeah, that sounds about right. Dude, that plane goes fast. That's a fast flying plane. 7.5 to 7.8 amps. Not bad for foam board. Strix Goblin flies at 65. Okay, I have a is it a Nano Goblin? I have a Goblin in a box, and I have a bunch of Goblin parts cut out of foam board. So I would like to join you guys in the Goblin Club sometime. And the rate I'm going, it's going to take like 10 years. Okay, let's get to the desktop. Oh my gosh, I'm not even paying attention. Desktop with webcam is not the right one. Not the right one. There we go. Now we'll press this button because this other button doesn't work. Hi there. Okay, we're going to go to the FR Sky firmware. We'll just do that. FR Sky, they're coming out with some. I think they're going for the higher end now. They're leaving us behind. And they're trying to get the market for people that fly those big jets. Like, what's that guy who on YouTube who makes all those things? Anyway, Remy. Okay, 900 megahertz R9, and we want the R9 Mini OTA. That's the one we want. And we want the ACCST firmware. This is the firmware we want. So let's download this. And see, it's R9 Mini ACCST. It's not anything special about. And I'm going to try the firmware I've already put on the card, you guys. I am. We're going to do it. We're putting the firmware on that I already have on the card. So we're back to the radio. The radio is on. We're in the firmware folder. I'm going to do this upside down so you guys can see it. Or, if I'm smart, I could go to number 11, go to the properties. Oh, I can't do that. And flip it. Can I flip it? Can I rotate it? Nope. Oh, nope, nope. That's not going to do it. Transform. Rotate 180 degrees. Oh, look at that. Here we go. How about that? There we go. We fixed it. We fixed something. Okay. That makes it much easier. So we have our receiver plugged in. The red light is blinking. We're going to scroll down. I know you can't see what's on the screen. I'm sorry about that, but we're going to scroll up R9 Mini FCC FRK. We're going to try this one. We're going to hold the enter button down, and we're going to flash external module. And the reason we're picking that is because that's plugged into the external module bay. So we're going to hit enter. And it is writing. So we're going to let it write. And then we're going to hope the green light is still on. Now a green and red light is on. You can see the various lights happening here. Maybe you can't. But it's doing things. And it's writing. So we're just going to set that aside. And we're going to be very, very patient and not pick up the radio and move it around and lose the connection on the wires. I'm sorry, I'm part of this allergies. I don't know if it's allergies or if it's the weather, but my skin, my face, everything is so dry. Robert, where you are, it must be so cold and dry right now. The best I've seen with my FT Goblin was 122 kilometers an hour. Holy smokes. On 3S. What motor? What are you running? 20. Oh, that's Robert. Robert's running 20. Wait, I missed some of this. Reptile Dragon V1. Oh, good. What do I have? I have a Reptile Dragon V2 over here in this box. Yeah, there it is. I think. Let's get it out and see what it is. I can't see the side of the box. Here we can switch to HD and then switch scenes. There we go. What's that? Ah, it's a Dragon 2. I didn't get it for a song though, Sean. I paid full price for mine. No, I got it on sale. I did get it on sale, but I didn't buy it from a local guy like you, so I probably okay. Probably paid too much, especially since it's sitting in a box and not flying. Okay, it is done. The light's still flashing. That means that it's waiting for a bind. So we're making progress. 1 hour into the stream and 14 minutes, and we're making some progress. So we're back to our radio. Now we're going to bind it. So we need to turn it off, radio off. We got to put the, we need to take this business out. And I should probably put these, in the drawer with my other stuff. The so-called testing tools drawer. Okay, we are going to now put the module back in the bay. Oh, where are we? I don't know what I'm doing. Which screen I have on, which this, which that. Okay, let's see if we can get this plugged back in. You know what? I'm going to have to take the antenna off because I can't get it lined up properly when I have the antenna on. It's a very, and plus I bent one of the pins, I think, when I was, oh man, come on. There we go. Oh, and now this crap is in the way. Hold on a second. We'll go to this camera for a second. I'm going to take this off for a second. Put this on. There it goes. Put this back on to cover up my Manhattan, Kansas address. There's not that many addresses in Manhattan, Kansas. We only got 40,000 people here. I guess that's big for some places. I don't know. It's like the 10th biggest city in Kansas, the 9th, the 7th. Kansas only has like 3 million people in it, though. Okay, we're going to get out our plane. Let's clean up this mess a little bit. We are going to bind this sucker, which means that we have to power it. So what we're going to do is put these things away. Put these things away a little bit. We're going to need this, our switcheroo. And we're going to plug the switcheroo into... Which colors do I have here? This is the stupidest. We're going to switch these wires up too. Since I have this whole barrel out here, I'm going to put new ones on there that are black and red. Black and red. They need to be... Which kind are these? These are pins on both ends. That's what we need. Black and red. There's a red one. There's a red one. There's a black one. I don't like guessing which color is which. Okay, so on this switch here, we're going to plug the black. Oh, here's that cable I was looking for. That's hilarious. It's right here. Black or red. I just plugged the red into the black. Yeah, let's switch to this camera. Plug the red in. We're going to plug the black in for ground. So these are coming from this switch. Then these are going to go into the receiver, power and ground. So we're going to put the power in the power. Red. That's that port. And we're going to put the black in that port. Okay, now we need the rest of our testing kit, which I left behind. We need a battery eliminator circuit. Sean, that's your first, you're a balsa guy, so that's your first flight test plane, isn't it? That's exciting. I think it's your first flight test plane, right? So we're here now, we're plugging these in. So we're plugging the power from this, it's an ESC, but I'm basically using it as a BEC. Then I'm going to take my battery and I'm going to plug it in. So the switch is off. I'm going to plug it in. Nothing's happening. Then I'm going to turn on my radio.
Welcome to OpenTX. Throttle warning.
Yes,
Switch warning.
yes,
Loiter mode.
yes,
Acro mode.
yes. And then we're going to go down to
Lights
the...
on.
I have to go up because the down button doesn't work. Oh no, and the buzzing is a lot worse now. Oh no, since I went back. This is it. This is the one I want to bind to. I want to make sure, oops, the buzzing is a lot louder. Oh dear. I think that's the one I want. Yeah, so we need to go all the way back to 32. Model 32. There we go. So we're going to go into here, enter, select model.
Throttle warning. Switch warning. Loiter mode. Acro mode. Situation normal.
It's a copy of the other one. So now we're going to go to menu, exit menu, page. Then we got to go up to bind. Now we got to get this set up right. We're going to do R9M, FCC, channel 1 through 16. Now we got to go up all the way again. Yeah, this radio needs to be replaced. I was going to say this board needs to be replaced, but no. The whole radio needs to be replaced. Okay, we're getting close to bind. There we go. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. we're going to put this into bind mode. Then I'm going to press this button and turn it on with the switch. So we're going to hit enter to put it into bind mode. 1 to 8. I never understand this. 1 to 8 telemetry on, 9 through 16. It's 1 through 16. Why? What? I don't understand this menu here. That menu. Do you hear that buzzing? Do you hear that? That's horrible. That's R9. That's what I put in all those magnets for, to fix that. Okay, enter. Now it's waiting for bind. There's the sound. Now here's our switch. Here's our button pusher. Here's our button. Where's the button? Oh my God, I can't see the button. I am so old and blind. Where's the button? Gotta switch glasses so I can see the button. There it is. Okay, we're pushing the button. Oh my gosh, I can't push the button with that. This button, you can't tell if you're pushing it. Hold on, I'm going to practice. There it is. Okay, folks, I'm so sorry. We need something to hold this flat so I can push the button. So we're going to use that. There we go. Switch on. That's it. It's bound. Exit. There it is. Green light bound. Power off. Exit this. Exit this.
Telemetry lost.
Now we'll turn it back on.
Telemetry recovered.
We have a bind, folks. We have a bind. Okay, so let's turn it back off. And that is my convoluted way of updating the firmware to match your R9 module and then binding it to your model. And that receiver number 00 means that I have now bounded to 100 other models in there that have receiver number 00. I don't understand that part either. I just leave it alone and hope for the best. Okay, we are actually to the point where we're going to put this in the wing and start preparing for that. It's so exciting because what time is it? 9:24. We're going to go the full 2 hours today. I said I wouldn't, but I am. And I'm going to read the chat in a second here. I want to see what you guys are talking about with your goblins and things. I'm a little jealous. I should have built my goblin long ago. One of my goblins, either the... Okay, let's hold this so it balances. Okay, that's the right way. Let's turn this off temporarily. Let's put this back in its place. Let's get rid of this crap. I'm dropping wires all over the place. Okay. We're leaving that there. I am so glad I found that receiver. That was freaking me out when I couldn't find it. That's so silly that I just had it sitting right there the whole time. Okay, we've got this mess done, unplugged, all these things put away, not the battery, all this other stuff goes in the testing tools drawer. This goes over here. Okay, these are my notes for today. Very organized. Okay, we're going to get out the wing. We're going to put the radio aside. Radio is set aside. We're getting out the wing. And we're going to get out the... Here is the wing. We're going to get out the... I remember using my knife to make a hole. Yes, we did. We've made a slot for the antenna. We're prepared for that. So what we're going to do is put the antenna into the fin first. And then I'm going to read the chat. We'll do this fin first, and then I'm going to read the chat. We have the hot glue gun going. we're going to put these back in the box. I unplugged the heater. That's why it got cold down here. But I will wait till this stream is over to turn the heater back on. I have my own little heater bunny. I use it in the winter and I use it in the summer, because in the summer the air conditioning's on upstairs, yet it's always colder down here. So got a heater going all year long in this room. Okay, let's switch back to this camera and let's see what we're going to do here. We're going to get this put into here. So we're going to do some test fitting first. Let me get my chair. Oh, I'm going to read the chat. Goodbye, Sean. He's leaving. Somebody's leaving. Robert's leaving. Bye, Robert. Let's see what you had to say. Back to work. Take care, Arthur. I will whatever the rest later, or watch the rest later, and build the goblin. You won't fly anything else after. It's such a sweet plank. So, you're going to build the, oh, you have the Strix Goblin. You're going to build the Strix Goblin. Okay. Well, I'll see you next time, Robert. I'm glad you came by today. I missed you. And Sean, what do you got? Been flying line of sight while I wait for my parts to get here. It's been crazy quiet. Oh, Chris is here? Oh, no, he's not here. He's talking about Chris. Built a foam board dragon. I have his plans half built. Okay, I want to see access to those plans. I want to see those plans, Robert, Chris and Robert. I like to see other plans and think about whether I want to build it or not. So a foam dragon sounds really cool. My Goblin has a flight test radial 2207, 2400 kV with a 6045 prop. 2400 kV on 3S, you said. Yeah, that sounds like perfect. So that's probably a little screamer. And I'll bet you if you put 4S on it, holy smokes. Both are great dragons. Both are great, the dragons, the V1 and the V2. Well, I haven't flown any of them. Sorry, I'm looking over here. One of these days. Oh, I'm looking over here. Oh my God, that's so hilarious. One of these days, I will have the arrangement so I can look at the camera and read the chat at the same time, but not today. Okay, well. Oh, it's your second. That's right. You did tell me you built a mini Arrow. That was our first conversation. I remember that now. That's great. I'm glad you're joining the flight test world. I would like to join the world that you were doing, which is building balsa. That seems like very intricate, delicate, serious, and satisfying building. And building with foam board is a little bit less of the seriousness and more of just chop it together. I know it can be. It's still detailed. It's still like, look at what I'm doing. It's kind of detailed. It's not quite balsa building, but not even close actually, but still it's fun. Okay, let's put all these in here. We're going to stuff this in here. No, we're not. It's not fitting. So what we're going to do is open this up a little bit. Oh, let's switch cameras again. The worst YouTuber ever. We're going to switch. Okay, we're going to open these up a little bit. And we're going to, let's see, which curvature should we have? I'm going to have the blue thing up there. Might as well. And we're going to use the end of this to see if we can poke that in there. Like that. Oh, wait. Oh, I'm test fitting first. I'm making sure it can go in, and then I'm going to put some glue in the centerpiece. Actually, do I even need glue? Do I even need glue? I don't know. We're going to open this up a little bit. Okay, we're going to stuff that in there. Give it a little help. I usually do glue it in, this part right here. But I think today we will try just not gluing it in. We're going to try to fold this back, get this paper back on top here. Let's see if we can do that. Nope, that didn't work. That isn't working. Part of the reason is because I don't have my glasses on. Part of the reason is that's not sharp enough. Part of the reason is it's not really going to work out that way. I'm trying to get it popped up. No, it's not going to. It's just going to be thick right there. Okay. Okay, so I don't think I'm going to use any glue on this. I think I'll just use the tape and let the tape hold it in. Okay, so now comes the part where we position the radio so that we make sure that it's going to be where I want it. This is going to be lined up with the back. No, I'm going to look at, I got to look at my other arrow for a second here, you guys. Sorry. I want to place the, there's the end of the wing on another arrow. And so I'm trying to see how much I have right there. So that looks like about 3/8 of an inch, 15 millimeters or so. 10, 15, no, probably 10 millimeters. That's only 10 millimeters from there to there. Okay, let's do that. So this thing is basically going like that. And then we got to make sure, we're going to fold this up a little bit. And we're going to take a look at where we're at with the spar. Make sure I'm not doing anything underneath it. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm going to have to put my glue rig back on this thing so I can push against it too. This one isn't turning out quite like the other wing. It's a little bit different. Ouch. Just bang my head on the table. Okay, so let me see if I can mark this. I'm going to try to mark the inside of where the spar is. Oh, it's way down there. Okay. I remember having this trouble before with the other wing. Not being able to tell where in the hell it was. We're going to mark it here. We're going to just draw a line and follow this line and see if I can follow that line. I don't want to glue the receiver on where the spar is, of course. Yeah, I seem to have it marked pretty well. Okay, now go back to this camera for a second. We'll go back to here. How long does it take a crazy RC guy to... Okay, we're going to go in front of the spar. So basically, it's going to go like this. It's going to go like that. Oh, I know why I didn't glue this in. Because I don't want it to be in until I put the radio, glued the radio into the wing. That was very smart of me not to glue it in. So it's going to go about right there. But do I want it that way? No, I want the button to be up. So it's going to go the other way. Okay, we're going to pull this out. Sorry, I lost the sound for a second. Okay. We're turning this around and we're putting it back in. Just temporarily, once again, just to make sure, double checked I have it in the right spot. Cut, measure twice, cut once, right? Oh my gosh, I can't push it in. Okay. There we go. So it's going to be like that. It's going to be right like, this is a little bit fiddly here, guys. A little bit fiddly. It's going to go right like, I need a set of hands to help me out. Right there. That's where we're gluing it. Right there. Then we'll put all this in, and then we'll figure out the wiring. So let's start with the glue right there. Oh, Chris is here. Hi. What do you got? You got plans for you've designed a foam board dragon, I heard from Robert. That's very exciting. I think you should share those plans once you have them finalized, or if you have them finalized, I think you should share them, because I would love to build a foam board dragon someday. Okay, now we're going to take this out. I'm sorry, I'm not going to see the chat for a second here while I fiddle with this. I'm going to get the glue gun. I'm going to switch cameras. I'm going to get the glue gun. We're going to glue this right down here with the bind button up. So we're going to get the camera angle back. We're going to put a little dab of glue. I want to make sure that I have glue running. Oh yeah, there's some glue running. We're going to put a little dab of glue down there, and we're going to push this receiver right on top of it. And that's going to be the fancy, fancy holding mechanism. We're just going to hold it there for a second. I think I actually have it too. Uh-oh, I might have screwed it up. I might not have left enough. Now I'm going to test fit it. Now that it's glued, because I wanted it to be a little bit further forward from there. So I might have goofed up. Let's see. Let's see if I goofed up. Let's do this way. I gotta have enough to get this on. And every millimeter counts, and I want it to be exactly the right length. So it's kind of hard to get that pushed in there with my stick today. There we go. Okay, let's see how this fits, folks. Let's hope it works. Oh, crap. I just don't know if that's the right fit. I think I may have screwed up a little. I think I did. I screwed up a little, and I also just burnt the other end of my wing. No, I didn't. Thank goodness. But I was a little sloppy with the glue gun over here. Okay, we're going to adjust this again. because it's critical. This is the most difficult part. And if I had it together, if I had planned ahead, what I would have done is I would have just stuck this antenna in the wing sticking up and down somehow, instead of having to fit it into the winglet at the end. But I've done it before. I've got other planes with this thing on it, same system. So I just need to carefully, let's take the antenna out again. Oh my gosh, this is why it takes me 10 years to build a plane. Sean, the fact that you can build a plane, and you built a whole plane since the last time I talked to you, shows how incompetent I feel right now. Okay, this glue isn't coming off very easily, but it did come off. Let's take the glue off the receiver. Oh, there it is. Okay, let's get this on right, folks. Let's put this in. We're going to go back to here and put this in. I think I should tape this to the plane where I want it. In fact, I should tape it to the plane first. Maybe. I want it to be right here. Right like that. So we're going to tape it to the plane. I'm going to do it this way. The problem is that it's not folded. So, okay, I can do this. I swear I can. Get a couple pieces of tape ready. And fit it on here like I want it, which is 10 millimeters. Basically right like that. This is just loosely taping it, not like final fitting. That'll be, of course, when we glue it. But there, that's where it's going to go. Like that. Okay, so now what we're going to do is mark this spot right here. Okay, now we can hold it like that. This is how we'll hold it, and we'll put the antenna on. Like that, with it spaced out. Then we'll push it in. We really only need to push in this part. And again, I need to change my glasses because I can't see. Okay. Put this back in. This goes in pretty cleanly, usually. Come on, you can do it. There we go. Okay, that's all we need. So now, let's fold this up and hold it and mark it. So it needs to go further back. Further back. Okay, I need to have my pencil ready. This is where I need a third hand. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put, oh shit. I'm putting my soldering iron over here to keep the wing from flopping over on me. Okay, hold this here. No, that's got to go in there a little bit more, so it's got to go like right there, I think. Can I get it? Oh, crap. Right like that. Okay. That's where it's going to go. I'm going to take this out now. Move all this crap. I don't think you could see half of what I was doing, or even 1% of what I was doing. Okay. That's going to go like that. That's where it's going to get glued. So let's get another glop of glue. we'll glue it right there. Just a little dab. Like that. And we'll just hold it there. Get some of this extra off of here. And while I'm holding it, I'm going to see if you guys have said anything. Oh, he's got it. Hi, Kevin. Kevin's here. Kevin's in the house. I will post an invite. Give me a second. Okay, I got to go to my other computer to click on that link because I don't have Discord on this computer. So I'm going to go to the desktop here. Oh, I'm so excited. Thank you, Chris. Kevin will want to build one of these too. Kevin's become the expert, one of the expert flight test builders in our group here. Here we go. We're going to the desktop. Sorry, I'm off camera for a second while I grab this excellent. Oh, I'm joining your invite. Oh, thank you. Thank you for letting me join your Discord. I was going to make a Discord, but I don't think I should because I can't keep up with you guys. Okay, so where is it? DTFB dragonplans.pdf twin nacelle. Oh, dude, that's awesome. That is awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And an STL for the... Oh, I can't wait to see how that STL looks, too. I love 3D printing and designing 3D print stuff for planes. That's one of my favorite parts of this hobby, is doing that. Thank you, Chris. I feel honored. People who really know how to do social media are here. I don't know how to do social media, but I will learn maybe a little bit. I was thinking of having another channel for my flight simulator stuff too, so that I could do some live streams of me flying my simulator, which would be easier than doing live streams. I also want to do live stream from the field of FPV feed. I've got some equipment started that I already have here to do that. I have a camera and I have a MiFi unit. I just need to get it activated. So I've got some plans for that. Okay, where was I? I've lost my stream page. I better see what you guys are chatting about. So thank you. Get on the link and all my plans. Yep, I see that in your pinned messages. Excellent. I'm gonna explore your Discord after this live stream is over. That's what I'll be doing this evening. I'm excited. Thank you again. Thank you. I love sharing with the community and being shared with. So there you go. Okay. We're going to now plan out where we can take this, we can take the tape off of the fin here and or the winglet, set it aside, and now we're going to plan with the 10 minutes that we have left. We're going to plan on the wiring on this end. So now we're going to make sure that we can fold it all up. We're going to glue this wing today. That's what we're going to do. We're going to finish by gluing this wing. So what we need is this, the actual fuselage of the plane. And we're going to move some of this crap out of the way. Actually, let's just take this whole gobbledygook out. This is all the wiring and boards and everything all together. Okay. Let's set this. Where is this going to go? Oh, it's going to go right through the... No, I don't want it to go through there. I have a hole in the front for wires to go through, but that's where the battery goes, and I don't want it to be run into the battery. So we're going to go, let's go to this camera view. I think we're going to go like this. We're going to go, and then we're going to go underneath and into this one. Like that. So we're going to go underneath the spar right there. So the first thing we're going to do is just glue this wiring down along here. January 2021. I cut this wing in January 2021. The sound came off again. Okay, it's back. What are you guys saying? Is this the Arrow, Arthur? Yes, it is. It's the Arrow. This is one of the 3 combat wings. Yes, Sean is right. I'm building 3 arrows. I got 3 arrow wings cut. So then I cut in January of 2021. Well done, well done. Okay, what we're going to do is we're just going to put a little glop of glue right there, I think, to just get my bearing straight. So let's hold this here, and just one little glop of glue right there. And let's set this down and squish the wires into that. And I'm going to just hold it there. This probably isn't even the first wing that I cut. So I've probably cut, it's the dank RC plank. Yeah, it's not quite a plank, but close. It flies like a plank. It flies like a plank with a brick fuselage. Kevin and Andy will probably, you guys will both think, why do you fly this piece of crap? Because they're used to like their fine flying planes, and then when they get this from me, they're going to be like, this thing doesn't fly worth a shit. Okay, it's already glued down there. So the next thing we're going to do is mark the spar where I want it to go through. And I believe I'm going to have to pull this out now. I believe I'm going to want it to go right near the end. So we're going to mark the spar right inside of here, right like that. And we'll make a little notch out of the spar. I'm going to keep this alive until we get this wing glued. We're going to glue this wing today. Then we'll be done with today's live stream. Okay, so we're going to mark the spar right here. We marked the spar. We're going to cut the spar just a little bit. Like so. Well, Kevin, I think it's gotten too cold for us to go camping now. We were supposed to go camping in the spring. We didn't. Then it got too hot, so we didn't. Then we were supposed to go camping in the fall, but we didn't. And now it's gotten too cold. It was like 80 degrees about a week ago. And now it's like 17 degrees Fahrenheit. Of course, not 80 degrees Celsius or 17 degrees. 17 degrees Celsius would be good. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I've got it marked where I'm going through. So what I want to do is make sure that I have a glop of glue like right there. Just a little kind of glop of glue. And I should have put it on the bottom. Whoops. Let's get some glue down there. There you go. Just stick down there. It doesn't need to be perfect. Oops, ouch. I just stuck my finger in the glue. I don't think it's going to stick because I got it all on the top, not on the bottom. There, let's do that. There we go. We'll get all this extra stuff off in a second here. Well, thanks, Kevin. I tend not to think that they're awesome, but I think that they're good enough for me. But I appreciate that. I do put a lot of effort into making them, obviously, because it takes me 20 freaking years to build one. Okay, then we're going to go like this, and I'm going to put a glop of glue right here. And then we're going to stick this right like that. And then I'm hoping that the spar will come down right on top of the wires where I put the little notch in, which we'll find out in a minute. Speaking of sticking fingers in things, I do not recommend a bench wire wheel. You notch the front of the spar, not the back. Yeah, and I did that on purpose, but yeah. I had already notched the back of the spar somewhere else thinking that it was going to be, the receiver was going to be in the back. But now I decided, once I fitted onto the winglet and saw where it was going to go, the last live stream, I changed my mind. Okay, we are there. We are at the point where we're going to glue this wing. So, this is what we're going to do. We're going to move all this crap. We're going to move this crap. We're going to go to this camera so you can see me move all this crap. And I had my, oh, I've lost it. I'll have to make another one. I had this set up so that I could push this against here when I glued it. So we're going to do that setup again because I liked that. That worked out pretty well. So we need some foam board scraps. Just a few. Just one, really. This one will do. We're going to tape it on to this table. I'll put the camera over here. Maybe that'll work. We'll tape it onto this table. Like I do everything, it's too elaborate. It's too much work. No one should do things the way I do them here. No one. Oh, that's a crappy tape job. Hold on. Oh, I never switched the camera. There, let's do it to that view. The sound again. I'm going to have to check. I must have a loose connection on my mic. Okay, that should work. Okay, then we just tape this to the table. Like that. And I've wrecked this tape. I don't need that much. The glue is hot. It is ready. I have enough glue in this glue gun, I believe, to run this whole wing. So here we go. Gluing an Arrow wing. This will be 2 down. So the way I'm going to do it is hold it against there. Let's do a test. We'll do a, so I'm going to hold it against this so that I don't have to worry about it sliding around. I've learned my lesson with that part of it. I'm going to check the notch here. I'm going to check the ailerons, the flapper, the elevon. Okay, and then actually we're going to need another piece over here. We're going to put a piece, I'm going to tape a piece of foam board down right there. That way I can push up against, it's a little bit out of shape compared to the other one. These edges here should line up perfectly, and they're not. They're off by about, I don't know, 3 millimeters, 5 millimeters, the thickness of a piece of foam board. So we're going to do this. It's worth the extra time to get it right. Okay, let's do another test fit. Oh, wait, a wire came loose. Shit. Scheisse, my gluing method is less than perfect, folks. I know that's shocking to hear. Now we got to hold this for another several minutes. Look at you in those pro tricks. And not pro, it's like I've done this so many times and screwed up so many wings. I have built so many Arrow wings. It is the very first piece of flight test foam that I ever cut. The very first pattern was an Arrow wing. That wing never flew. Maybe it did. Maybe it flew once or twice. That Arrow had the regular Arrow, quote, FPV pod. And that was my first bit of discovery that, at the time at least, flight test didn't do a great job of making room for the damn battery, or at least the batteries that I had. I couldn't get a battery to fit. Okay, now that's in the right spot. Now we're going to make sure that, no, I'm going to have to make, yeah, okay. Now I'm going to see if I can use this now leverage to push this where I want. And I believe I can. It's not exactly right, but I think it's going to be close enough. This will be my wing because it's got my Arrow in it. It's got my receiver in it anyway. Okay, here we go. We're going to do this. Glue gun. We're not going to get this camera because that camera won't show you anything. So it's just going to be the remote. We're going to also make one more adjustment. I'm going to tape this wire right over here so that it doesn't end up in the spar. One last test fit. Now I got to remember not to push down too hard and crease the foam. But I do want to make sure that I get it down under here. So I'm going to have this piece of foam, maybe a bigger one. Maybe something like this piece of foam. Let's get our razor blade and cut this. There. Okay. I'm making such a production out of this. Okay, that'll be better. We'll have that at the ready. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Finally gluing a wing. Okay, we're going to go spar, spar, leading edge, trailing edge. Actually, I never did these. We're going to do one of these first. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue in this one. And then I'm going to hold it for about 5 seconds. And my thing is coming loose, so I need to make sure that when I do the rest of the wing, that doesn't happen. Okay. That's all I need to do that for. That's good enough. Okay, now we will do spar. My coffee shaky hands. Oh, missed a spot. Right to the edge. Spar number 2, edge number 2. Leading edge. Trailing edge. Glue gun down. Wing in position. This is it. helper, helping. And don't push too hard. The other thing we want to do is try to lift up on here to make sure no glue is squirted out to interfere with the control surface. Ha! We're gluing the wing. It's amazing. We're actually doing parts that make a plane a plane after how many freaking live streams. We're going to get this glued. And then next week will be the day before Thanksgiving in the United States. But I will have a day off of work, a half a day off of work. I've already planned on that. And we will definitely be doing another live stream. And I hope to be gluing these wings onto the pod and actually having a plane looking plane. And then I won't be doing live streams for all the other two arrows. What I will do is I'll build them off a stream for the most part and then kind of bring them all onto stream and see if we can aim the guns at each other and I'll do the FPV combat stuff. I'll do the FPV combat stuff on all the planes on live stream because that's the whole point of this, is to kind of show off the FPV combat system, even though I don't know if it works or not. Okay, look at that. We have glued a wing. I think it's good. I haven't taken a good look at the spar yet, but I'm going to just hold it for another minute. We only ran 10 minutes long. 3 to 5 millimeters off is within spec for me. That's how I get them built so quick. Well, 3 to 5 millimeters is definitely within spec for me too, Sean. I would say that 3 to 5 millimeters, at least if it's not a control surface, deflection, it won't matter. I agree with you there. And I also, oh, look, I have a little bit of a crease. I did. I creased it a little bit right there. Shit, maybe, no, that's just an optical illusion. I didn't crease it. Okay, I think I can let go of it. Ta-da! Okay, let's untape this from here. And let's inspect. If you look down there, the first thing you want to do is look down there and see to make sure that the spar is glued all the way. And that's when one of my biggest failings when gluing these wings is a lot of times I end up with a gap either along here or somewhere in the spar, like it's not even all the way across. But today's wing is even. So that is great. So what I will say is I'd like to thank Sean and Kevin and Robert and Chris and whoever else was here today. I can't believe that anybody want to watch me do this, but sometimes a couple people do, and I really appreciate it. It's fun. I like doing it. That's why I do it. It's like more fun to build like talking to people than it is to build kind of by yourself most of the time. So I'm going to continue doing this. I might even advertise it someday on Facebook or some Discord or make it. I can't compete with all you Discord guys with Chris and John and all the people that have the cool Discords. No, I can't do that. But anyway, thanks for watching. Oh my gosh, where's my end clip? There it is. I really appreciate it. And we will be back next week. I promise we'll be back next week unless some terrible affliction happens. Kevin, I hope we fly this weekend if it's warm enough or not, if it's not windy. Sorry I missed last weekend. I feel better now. Everything's good. And thanks, Sean. I appreciate you watching and chatting. And yes, it is more fun with like-minded folk. And I appreciate you all watching. And have a good evening, everybody.